Hey, my phone will do that blink out stuff today. Ready? Shalom, shalom, y'all. Shalom, Hebrew Israelites from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Once again, out here to promise out the downfall of Babylon the Great. First things first, turn to the east. Give all praise and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shah, by Hashem, Rabbi dies. In the ancient Paleo Hebrew time, it's the correct name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Double honors to the apostle, editor, great millstone, and shalom to your sister, brothers, living in the truth, and shalom to brothers and sisters that's listening and studying to show yourselves approved. Come today, y'all, scholars. Hey, it's so much going on right now. I mean, biblical prophecy is popping off the page, man. There's so many prophecies happening simultaneously at the same time. Like there's so many prophecies happening, it's hard to even keep up. Every day, some bigs happen. There's biblical prophecy. This is like, man, dang, that's how we know we're getting to them latter days, man. We just wait for Esau Edom to make that microchip mandatory, which is the mark of the beast, which they're working on that now. You got World War III popping off in a major way. It done escalated. And what does that mean? That means that dollar's over there dying. But the Strait of Hormuz is closed. And if the dollar dies, we know what's next. In comes digital money. Digital money leads to RFID microchip, man. So all we're doing now is measuring the time, man. Which one we pull out? We're going to start our first thing first. The second address, 9 and 1. He answered me then and said, measure time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs as, which I told thee before, verse 2, then thou shalt understand that at the very same time, when the highest begin to visit the world which he made. Eat that. So that's how we know that our Lord and Savior, Yahweh Shah, is on the way. Why? Because he said, pay attention to the signs. What's the signs? Biblical prophecy. That's the sign. You got the third world done started. That's World War III. That's a sign. You got wildfire. This planet is literally on fire right now. We're talking about volcano. You got Canada. Canada, y'all scroller, cold ass Canada. It's burning right now. You go down to Chile, Argentina, what is the other one? Venezuela on fire. Burn it up right now. You know? Major earthquakes. There's been major earthquakes. Uproars of the people all over. Europe is going crazy. All kind of countries going crazy. Iran, everybody's building the state government, waiting to happen over here. You know, you got like I said, all them wildfires, man, where you can't even breathe air in New York. They say don't go outside. You gotta walk around with mask on because the air is polluted. Why is that? Esau Edom, man, messing everything up. Oh, another sign. You got data centers popping up everywhere. What's that about? That's that mark of the beast. Why does that devil need so much goddamn data at this time?
Not to mention those data centers is also sucking up the resource. Because if you look up the effect that the data centers have, some data centers is over 1 million gallons a day. They suck up 1 million gallons of water a day. Then they use the data center when they dump out that water, it contaminates.
Yep, they said they were using that contaminated water to put on the crops. And that's why people are having that explosive diarrhea type of shit.
Yeah.
See, domino effect, man. That's part of the crops are dying too. I know you got farmers dying. See, I didn't even know that when they use that water for the crops. Yeah, that's gonna lead to famine.
I listened to the brothers do it. That's something they just a minute ago talking about they was the WEF was weaponizing water. And they said water is not for nobody. You gotta pay for water and stuff like that.
I heard that. I heard Bill Gates say that they're gonna do a what'd he say? Mandatory water lockdown, something like that, where they're gonna start rationing out the water. Going with Brother Bayan said that now they're gonna like some of this clean water is gonna be a very vital resource going forward to the future. That sounds tired. Another sign. The penny is not in circulation no more. When we told everybody the dollar gonna belly up, now the Lord is backing us up. They don't give you pennies no more in the store no more like that. Pennies ain't, they don't make no more new pennies.
What they do is they round up to the nearest 10. So if they owe you back $9.57, they give you $9.60. Something like that.
So if they not using the penny's not being circulated no more, it's only gonna be a matter of time for that dollar. So now we're saying ain't no damn conspiracy theory no more. Now they're doing it. So our words hold weight because it's biblical prophecy from our Lord and Savior Yahushua. We've been telling Jake they was gonna do this, and the Jake, oh, you crazy? No, they not. They not gonna do that.
That's gonna be in my kids' lifetime.
Exactly. Exactly. They just took the penny away in your lifetime, fool. And that's gonna be the nickel, the dime, and so forth. And it might get to the point they might just say we just done with the dollar. They might just go for physical cash all at once.
Because if you really think about it, you can't buy nothing for $1 single now. Like anything, because we used to be able to go to a convenience store, you get what, those little WK 50 cents each. You can't even do that no more.
Back in my day, we had something called the quarter store. You can take $1. Remember kids in the quarter store going there, come out with all a bag full of candy with a buck.
Right.
Shit, you lucky to get a Snicker bar for $1 now. Shit. Everything that's inflation.
Yeah.
That's a sign of the times too.
Yep.
Showing that Babylon Bates money is canker. The economy is not strong anymore. It's a sign that your economy is now trashed out. Everything's expensive. Cars, houses. We talk about something as small as a goddamn candy bar.
Right.
It is expensive, man. So can anybody like that Donald Trump talking about this is the strongest best economy ever? Everybody look like, dude, like you living in. Yeah, you blatantly lying to the people, man.
Yeah, but what the Lord say? I'll put you in the hands of the poor Lord.
All right, there you go. Because he said he ain't give a damn about America's money either. He said I don't care about your financial situation. Iran cannot have a nuclear missile. And at the same time, he talking about, oh yeah, I'll tell my sons what stocks to buy. I'll manipulate the stocks and this and that. So he getting billions of dollars while American people suffering. And he tells you, like, no U.S. president ever said it to the American people. I don't care about your money. I don't care about you. No U.S. president said that. But now you have a president that's telling the public, like, I don't care about you. And I'm gonna manipulate the stock market so I can get rich. And that it is what it is. You'll still support me. And then it's true when it comes to like low budget Edomites, the low class, they like shit. Trump is my daddy. I don't care what he say or what he do. You know, we gonna support him because they so tied into white insecurity, and they want their house to continue forever, like the scriptures say. They know Trump got a plan to eliminate all the Israelites, so that's what they're waiting on. They don't care if they're losing their farms. They don't really care that they, losing benefits and rights. They like, okay, you ran on the right that you was going to allow little Tay-Tay down the block. When do we gonna get to do that? But that's what they're waiting on. Like a lot of ignorant two-thirds don't know that, but Esau ready to go for that blood. Go ahead, right?
That's that with that Psalm 68, 64 and 8 right there. Because you said it right there, they're exposing their nation, right? And it's their own people with that precept. Psalm 64 and verse 8, real quick. Go ahead and get and it's 64 verse 8. I hit it. All right, there we go. All right, and it says, so shall they make their own tongue to fall upon themselves, all that see them shall flee away. All right, and so really we can start verse 5, right? Because it says verse 5, Psalm 64 and verse 5, and it says, they encourage themselves in an evil matter, they commune, lay and snare privately, they say, who shall see them? So then once upon a time, these devils were able to commit a crime and nobody was able to see them. It was easy for them to get away. But now, ever since the Nolan Wells situation, they've been exposed, which leads you right back to that Jeremiah 49 and 10, I made Esau better. But they so used to doing everything in secret. Now, the Nolan Wells situation not only brought to the forefront what the devil did in the dark, but other people situation that's coming out that's similar to Nolan Wells situation and finally coming out as well too.
So I like you said, it brought out the spotlight on you. And even like your coons and two-thirds that thought Esau was cool is breaking where they can't defend this devil no more. You had another devil come out and say, like, yeah, we do this every 6 months. Basically goes in there what the priest read, land, snares, and traps privilege. They've been doing that to Jake. Now they're getting found out because we're in the era of Jeremiah 49 and 10. The Lord's making Esau barren. So all his little schemes and plots is traps. Now Jake's starting to realize, like, you don't go to white-only spots. You don't be the only Jake dealing with white people. Before, they used to be like, oh, you can do that, it's good. They say, like, you coming up in the world. If you with a bunch of rich white people.
All white people ain't bad.
God.
They can't say that shit now.
Nope. The Lord's showing it out because it ain't just Nolan Wells. There's been a lot of Jakes gone alive like that. And to back it up further, like I said earlier, Edomite came out and said, oh, yeah, we do that every 6 months. And he said it in pride, like, yeah, boy, we know you can't swim. And, because that's a snare.
Right. And then
Esau said, come fishing with me. Or let's go to the lake.
That same Edomite devil he gonna try to. He made another video when he got that punishment because we always say he's the spirit that because that came reincarnated. So when he did that, he lost his job. He gonna try to come back and say it was a show. It was this. It's that. I was trolling. Yeah, I was trolling. So and now we see what these devils are. This is what they are. This is how they act. Okay, they act like they're committed crime, and then when the punishment come their way, they can't handle it. Just like Cain. When Cain slew his brother Abel, what did he do? He said to the Lord, his punishment is more than I can bear. And now you see the whole dynamic for the whole nation. He thought he was so-called white man. When everybody pointing the finger at them, you devil, you wicked, they can't handle it. Just like Cain.
That been found out to be that vagabond.
That fugitive and vagabond. Matter of fact, another situation, the female that Nolan Wells supposed to have Whitwood, trying to find out Nolan Wells was on her father's boat. And then when everybody started pointing the finger at him, her father's nowhere to be found. Going right back to what Akadar just said, that fugitive and vagabond. He hid himself now, where nobody know where he's at.
And another thing to back y'all up on that, Donald Trump's daughter, Ivanka, and her husband, Jared Kushner, I think he's the prime minister of Canada, they try to buy an island off of Albania, and the Albanian people ran them about that mother like, nah, you ain't doing no island man stuff over here, and ran them about it there, man. That a whole uproar because of that. So that's them being a vagabond, running. Everybody don't figure them out. Them island man fouls blew Esau's cover. So now they having problems going to buy islands. They still want to continue what they were doing. They don't want to stop. But now it's everybody hip to what they got going on. So now they can't do what they used to do because the Lord has uncovered their secret place and exposed their nature.
I like that because we used to be able to tell people, hey man, this is what they doing. Everybody's like, nah, that's a conspiracy theory. Now it goes back to that precept. The truth that's been so long without proof shall now be declared. Now it's declared. We're in the information age. Everybody sees everything now. And there's a big old scope on Esau Edom right now, getting his every move in his bad form. Because he got to work in silence and in darkness.
And that's one of them signs past. The Lord said, I'll make Esau fair. That prophecy has now come alive and it's up in our face where everybody can see. You know? Then, like I said, you got, because of that, it caused what? You know, if I go back to read 2nd Ezra, 9-3 to tell you upwards of the people. You know? And I think they said Europe is about to go real crazy. Europe about to collapse. Go ahead, dog.
This is 2nd Ezra 9-3. It says, therefore, when thou shalt be seeing earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spoke of these things from the days that were before thee and from the beginning.
Man. And that's beautiful too. Man. When he said the Most High spoke of these things, that lines up perfectly with Isaiah 55:11. But he said, my word will not come back void. And so, void means empty. So when the Lord said, my word will not come back void, meaning that his word is going to be fulfilled right here on earth.
This is verse 5. For like as all that is made in the world has a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest.
Hey, that is. The end is manifest. And all of it, also everything. And so that's another precept where it says, everything that is hid shall be known and come abroad. That's it. And the Lord said all of these things before it happened. But how he operates, where he sends prophets to give you warning, and that way, when you actually take heed to the word, it won't surprise you when you start to see it. But now, all these people in the world, they're surprised by it. They can't believe it. That, and then you got the Sambo Coon, quiet as the church now, not even saying nothing. The ones who always try to uplift these damn devils, they ain't got shit else to say now. Even if they do say something, they're being exposed for being a coon or being exposed for being a terror. That's why it's so beautiful that Yahweh to me outside, like, allowing these things to take place, because we're able to see who's on our side and who's not. Even the so-called Israelites that look like us, we see that they are not of us, man. We see that they are also our enemies as well too.
I got another prophecy of signs that's passing. Got to hit on it earlier. This is Psalms 105:16. Moreover, he called for a famine upon the land. He break the whole staff of bread. And that one right there will lead to 2nd Ezra 15 and 15. People gonna go crazy and they ain't got nothing to eat. Right. And that happened. You got first Donald Trump, the tariffs. in this war that they fighting with Iran, which closed the Strait of Hormuz. So they can't get the supplies they need in order for the farmers to grow the crops. And I don't travel to Arkansas, and I travel to Kansas, y'all, so 2 farming states. Guess what I've seen? A lot of dead farms, a lot of dead crops. And then that can let me know that they're using contaminated water to water the crops. So ain't nothing gonna grow. That's gonna lead to that famine the Lord just called for, man. And that famine, that's gonna accelerate prophecy in a major way, man. People act crazy when they ain't got nothing to eat. Especially Babylon, the greatest place is all about food and eating. You know, people get comfort out of eating. When that food is no longer there like that in abundance and it starts to come short, and then the prices go up because it's gonna be rare, like a box of cereal might be $20. You're gonna see these Babylonians going crazy, man. These Americans, they're gonna be going crazy. And then I want to get, man, we got that. They say that we should eat our food defiled with the heathen, based on what y'all talking about, that explosive diarrhea, because the food is contaminated. I'll get that real quick. Yeah, go ahead, get that. That's prophecy too. That's happening, man. Then I think the FDA just approved all these companies to make GMO chicken, lab grown food. They just got the FDA approval. So now they're talking about check the labels. Because if it say cell cultivated, that means it was made in the laboratory. You gotta like look for farm fresh. And no, Eastside probably lie anyway. They never put farm fresh. Your stuff came out of laboratory, man. So it don't really matter. The FDA ain't about nothing. You can pay them off, and they'll pass up anything for the people. So that's 2 products being filled right now. We got the famine about to come in, and then you got right now we eating our food defiled. That's why everybody all sick and feel groggy. We're not getting real food, you know, to really sustain our bodies, man. That's why everybody's all tired and fatigued. You know, getting all these injuries. I know if you look at the sports world, so these young dudes can barely play 2 or 3 games without getting a major injury, man. You got Achilles popping like rubber band. That wasn't common back in, you know, in our earlier day. You barely heard that.
Yeah, even if they did have injuries, it was very short. They wasn't injured for that long
time. So they played hurt.
Yeah.
No, Kobe, they played hurt. Now these dudes, man, they toe hurt. Right. He's low managed about 2 months. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like these dudes, like get in and can't come, like you said earlier, can't come back in the heads like our people did back in the day. Why? The food done changed. They ain't telling you that, but it has.
Because if you know through the scripture, you know, there's a little quote from Hippocratic or whatever. It says, "Let food be thy medicine, thy medicine be thy food," and that's in the scripture as well in Sirach chapter 38:4. When it says, the Lord created medicine out of the earth, and he that is wise but not informed, he that is not despised the medicine out of the earth. But who do we have that controls it? That's basically controlling the whole earth, controlling all these other people.
And the devil know that, so you can find the food you need to get your nutrients. Right? You can't get no good apple cider vinegar. You know, Bill Gates won't. Right? So you know that stuff's polluted. The crops is polluted. Like I say, you might eat a carrot and get some explosive diarrhea. That's the times we living in right now. That's definitely a change, man. That wasn't so, you know, you go back 20 years. To let you know the times are changing, man. It's getting more critical. You know, your food is all messed up. Go ahead, I
was gonna read it out to you.
Well, you got that precept?
Yeah, I got the precept.
Yeah, go ahead, bring it up.
All right, this is Ezekiel. The point would be in verse 13, but it's Ezekiel chapter 4. And we'll start at verse 9. And notice that even in the blue letter, it said defiled bread. It literally says that the subtitle right above verse 9, it says defiled bread. All right. And so this is basically what you're going through as you read on. So Ezekiel chapter 4 and verse 9, it says, "Take thou also unto thee wheat and barley and beans and lentils and millet and pinches and put them in one vessel and make thee bread thereof, according to the number of the days that thou shalt lie upon thy side, 390 days shalt thou eat thereof. And thy meat which thou shalt eat shall be weight 20 shekels a day, from time to time shalt thou eat it." So what this passage is saying is they're going to be rationing. That's what that is. You're basically not going to get your fill. So a lot of people that are going to be fed in the time, they have to ration out the food just to preserve. That's what it's going into, right? And in verse 11, it says, "Thou shalt drink also water by measure, and 6 parts of him from time to time shalt thou drink." And then it said in verse 12, "And thou shalt eat as barley cake and thou shalt bake it with dung. Dung, that's basically shit. Basically, dung is shit. All right. And thou comest out of man in their sight. And it said, and the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahshua said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the heathen, whether I would drive them. And that's it right there. So the children of Israel, which is the so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, they're going to eat their bread among the Gentiles, which is basically the Gentiles relative to heathen. All right, and this is why we have GMO food. This is why we have contaminated water. This is why we have farmers that can't grow their crops. Okay, because all of these things are defiled because of the wicked. Okay, and the Lord said these things are going to happen. Well, our bread has been defiled among the heathen, man.
That bioengineered fish.
Right.
You know, you got tilapia, real tilapia, and the fake tilapia fighting, and the fake tilapia eating real tilapia, and they sell it. That's how crazy.
And see, and that's right there. That's how you know it's defiled, because usually the fish that's lawful to eat, they don't eat flesh. They're not supposed to eat flesh, right? And then so Esau created something that was lawful, and he made it defiled.
I like that precept too, because also though it touched on the family too, when it said you will eat and drink by measure, and we're seeing that right now too. We're like it's gonna increase more and more, but a lot of these crops ain't growing, and a lot of these places ain't shipping to Babylon the Great no more. And struggling
Right there, and that war.
Yeah.
Oh, matter of fact, I was watching a video. I can show right on that. It sparked something. They said it's 40 countries because of that war with Iran. 40 countries said they're not going to trade. Seen it too? They're not going to trade with Babylon the Great America no more. That's gonna hurt.
Right.
That's gonna hurt really, really bad. You know, so I don't know if people paying attention to that, but 40 countries, that's a lot. And they don't tell them like what Babylon the Great was getting from these countries. So that's gonna affect prices. Certain things might not be on the shelves, like they might have been certain countries.
Babylon the Great don't export nothing no more. They normally just import everything. So they get everything from everybody everywhere else. So them 40 countries, they could have a lot of the shit that we need the most. Shit, and it's gonna leave a lot of Babylonians fucked up out.
And then like whatever's left is gonna draw the prices up. They like we only got so much. But you know, Esau love the price gouge. All right, got somebody left. We're gonna put another 20 on top of that. And then you got Babylonians already broke, homeless, struggling as it is. Oh, another thing too, y'all fellas. Wait till they cut them food stamps off. That's gonna lead to that's gonna lead right to some major trouble. Because a lot of people that's on food stamps need them.
We already got a window, a glimpse of it when they cut off the food stamp for about a month. Yeah,
they
saw how they were acting right there.
Yeah, let them cut off now, because you like there's one thing like Jake. I know Jake gonna make a way when stuff is hard. But when Esau is struggling, that's when it's gonna be bad, man. Esau, man, get that AR-15 and a little Tay-Tay over there. They still eat good,
right?
And we're gonna go over there and take little Tay-Tay stuff, because Esau, he don't care. Edomites are they all the way corner. I was gonna say they all the way corner. They believe in the power of the sword. Like if I can get you, I got you. I don't feel bad about that. You defend yourself. I got you. I stabbed you in the back, and they'll use the seat to do it. They'll come over humbly. Hey, if you spare any food, we're looking out, do some work for you. And if you open that door, let that devil in, it's gonna be And they're gonna take your stuff, take your house, or whatever you got, and they're gonna say, I got you. It's your fault. Like what's that? We talking about Nolan Whale. They like it's his fault. He shouldn't have went out there with the Edomites, man. Like I said,
the whole world is saying this shit.
Yeah.
The whole world is saying it.
I was a snake.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You want to nurse me up? Oh, but Eve. Eve is very easy to get to an Eve.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Esau might sound hurt. I need to come in your house or can I just come in for a drink of water? You gonna open that door? Shoot, Esau gonna ravish her butt and take her food.
Read the vessel right there. Just like the serpent went up to Eve in the garden. Same scenario.
I need to use your phone real quick. Right. Use your phone real quick.
They might do some shit like cut their hand or something like that. Oh, you got some bandages. I need help.
And that's just to get in and get them, because we're at the point now where it's getting critical, man. You really need to watch your enemy. And like the video you did, not just Esau, but also 2/3 Jackson not in this group. Them is gonna be in this way. That's probably one of the worst ones we deal with first to happen, because they ain't putting nothing back for a hard time. They're not prepared to when they hit. They go, well, you know, but I know you got some MREs, and hey, you gotta have love in your heart, and look out for your brother, and this, now, you know, they're gonna come with that sob story, and they're gonna get in and act just like Esau.
You had wise counselors letting you know to do this, put up some stuff and to do something to prepare yourself. Why you didn't take heed to it? And that's your fault.
You gotta have love in your heart. You ain't love in your heart, David. Every time you play on your heart string.
Was that the 3 wise virgins? When they came to you and said, give me some oil for your life, and the 3 wise virgins that go to the next city. But the Lord, you ready to come back there?
2/3.
Yeah.
Like, man, you go buy your own stuff, man. We done told y'all fools over and over again that this is about to happen, man. This is all coming from the Lord, man.
Or some signs.
God, he bringing the prophecy. He's riling up Esau. The sword is being sharpened. We're telling them about the robots the devil got. The devil got this sophisticated with. The devil got robots. He got robot dogs with the gun strapped to the top of it.
And better believe that if you near a local college, you better believe that that's where they at. And they teach they students how to run those robots.
I got a quick one though to go back into the little famine point. This is 2 Ezra 6 and 22. It says, suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, like all the little farmland. It can't nothing grow. And it says, and the full storehouses shall be found empty. And once all hell is breaking loose, ain't no truck gonna be going through storehouses and everything. That's gonna cause big. Just like the was talking about. That goes in 2 Ezra 15 where they like it's
That's coming too. You can just tell, like, I think that Walmart, somebody put out an order talking about like stocks is gonna come in lower. That's probably because of that shipment that's not coming in. I'm like, a giant retailer like Walmart telling you the stuff is about to be short. That means, hey, it's about to be short, man. So that precept, man, like, that's right on time because these when the payment hit, these grocery stores only got, like, they say a couple days, 3 days to supply all the food. Wow. And people gonna ransack them, you know, when it start to really get low. And you can't be, you know what I'm saying, late to the party. And we ain't saying like, you know, your doomsday prep gonna save you. The ultimate is only gonna be the grace of the Lord, because your food gonna run out sooner or later. Or you can get ran off the block for your food, you know what I'm saying? Somebody come with that.
Yeah, but we mentioned it earlier, even with that, like, even if you a doomsday prep, you might be at work when all hell breaks loose. Exactly. You ain't gonna be able to get to your food. Exactly. All you doing for prepping the food for somebody else.
Or wherever you at, it might be like 50 Edomites, you know, the little militia groups they gonna call up, come in with guns, and hey, you might have to move around, you might have to leave your food, you know? So you can't depend on all my doomsday prep skills. We got to depend to come down to the Lord to make it through this. Straight up. Yeah, how about y'all child? The only way. And that's what we're trying to tell y'all, try to repent and come back to your power, you know, get the true names of the Lord. The names of the Lord is a strong tower. You're gonna need your house by your house shot. And that's what the Lord's like, man, hey, ain't no way out this way but through me. I know that you're 2/3 they don't trying to find some other way. Or they're trying to push it back. I'm happening in my kids' time. You know, man, that ain't gonna happen to us right now. Like, bro, it's happening right now. You know? And the only thing you're gonna make is the Lord. Like they think that they got their Glock 40. You know, think I'm the Schmackers is out. I'm like, bro, this devil got super soldiers. This devil got robots, man. Still plating.
Oh, there to come in.
Yeah.
Man, so when you put a target on you, it ain't gonna miss. That's how crazy it's gonna be.
Coming crowd zone. The zone, like the drones fly into you and blow up.
Yeah. Shit, they can shoot around the phone.
Like, bro, yo, little Glock ain't gonna, man. That ain't gonna do nothing to what Esau got preferred. This dude can, like, put out a frequency to hurt your ears. You can't shoot when your ears hurt. You put out a frequency, make your stomach hurt. You never got high-tech weaponry, hypersonic weapons.
You can concentrate a beam and milk people in one ear.
God, this devil got direct energy weapons. The devil done weaponized the satellite. Your house is not secure. And you're telling them, man, you gotta come into the righteous house of the Lord, man, the house of David, man. We're gonna need spiritual power to compete with Esau, Edom, man. But the devil pull out his stuff in the back, man. The devil got Terminators, Robocops. What your AR-15 gonna do then? And bullets is, you know, it's finite, you know. It's a capacity to that. You know, to carry so much ammo.
That's why I always say. That's why I always say. What's the gun without bullets?
Nothing. Something you gonna blunt instrument to hit somebody with.
That's it.
A metal rod. That's it. To hit somebody with. That's going to need spiritual power, man. You power in. Ain't no run out. I'm the weapon. You know? And then people look crazy. You talk about spiritual power. That's like too high for 2/3 Jake to even grasp. He's like, nigga, you in a Marvel movie, nigga. You in fantasy land. But it's all the scriptures trying to tell Yashua all of that, and they're not hearing it. And it's gonna be a short slaughter. It's gonna be a short slaughter because we've been out here for like 5 years now, telling y'all Charlotte is coming, and I know that a lot of Israelites are still not paying attention. So I can see that short slaughter happen. All the prophets passes.
We definitely gonna need it. This is Isaiah 59:19. It says, "So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and the glory of the rising from the sun. And when the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him." It didn't say the Spirit of the Lord is going to lift your hand up with a Glock and an AR. It said the Spirit of the Lord is going to lift up a standard against him. Man. You can't beat Esau with his own blessing. His blessing was the sword. You ain't going to beat him with the sword. All weapons of our warfare are not carnal, as the scripture says. We need the Lord. That's why King David said, "I trust not in my bow and I trust not in my arrow." Loosely paraphrasing.
I love that you said that right there, man. When you said we can't beat Esau with his blessing. And that's the same thing vice versa. This is why Esau can't beat us in these scriptures. It's not blessing right here. So that's the balance that the Lord actually set up right there. You know, Esau is gonna live by the sword, he's gonna die by the sword. The sword is the modern day gun. All right, and Yahweh, we're gonna live by the word of Yahweh Yahweh. We're gonna live forever.
I like that what you brought up, very spiritual. The word right now, it's cut Esau up. The word's compared to the sword as well. The spiritual sword is killing them. And you can tell they're coming on the internet, YouTube, and TikTok, and they're voicing their, they grievances. They mad. Oh man, why Jesus got to be black? No, man, they talking to AI? AI like, yeah, I'll come back to the black person. They're talking to God. So this word is eating them up, man. They know we saying the truth. Like you look at Vocab Malone, he done lost.
Yeah.
This dude looked depressed, and he got cut up by a fallout. Remember the dude that fell out, cut his butt up, and he had nothing to say but cut the cameras off. You know what I'm saying? So really, they're defeated, man. That's why I say, like, man, I put it out on the comment board, man. Shalom, it's on the comment board. In Revelation 12:12, he gonna come down, with great wrath because his time is short. Like Esau, know he done lost. He lost by what? His wisdom not understanding going out. His word done reach the four corners, go to four directions of the whole planet Earth, north, south, east, and west. Everybody heard it. It's the talk. The talk right now is Yahweh Shai and the Israelites. That's the whole talk on the internet. You got bug outs now talking. They all talk about fallen angels and stuff, but that's the whole talk now. You got hood chicks talking about spiritual things. That's how I know that we winning now. I'm like, shut your mouth. How you know about it? If niggas carrying glass and selling drugs, now she out here, the Anunnaki and the fallen angels, the Raphael, and you can just tell this is a hood chick. You got hood niggas talking about, spiritual, trying to talk about spiritual things, and it shows that we got the motion now. We got the weight. Everything now is on Yahweh Shai and the prophets. Everybody's gravitating around what we talking about, man. These prophecies and these scriptures. And then yet you look at it, and Jake is still struggling to get a grasp of it. And really, that's them wrestling against their power. They don't want us to be right.
We're trying to come back you over with that too, man. This is Proverbs chapter 24. The point is verse 7. We started verse 5. And it says, Proverbs 24 and verse 5, it says, "A wise man is strong, yet a man of knowledge increase strength. For by wise counsel thou shalt make thy war, and a multitude of counselors there is safety. Wisdom is too hard for a fool. He opened not his mouth in the gate." Right. And so that's what the heart behind y'all was just going into right there. And this is why they can't grasp it, because the wisdom is too hard for a fool. These are the foolish people we talk about, the foolish two-thirds who can't grasp it. They lack faith. Okay? So if you lack faith, you're not going to receive this wisdom.
Plus, the Lord did say a lot of Jake going to have a zeal, which that's why they're speaking of spiritual things, right, but they're not getting the right shit, because the Lord said they have a zeal, but not according to the true knowledge, which is the truth of these scriptures. They ain't going to come all the way in to get the truth, but they're going to have that zeal, and they're going to be speaking that bullshit, and Anunnaki, and Shit, find a new room and shit.
Nephilim and all of that.
That lines up perfectly with that parable. The seed that got sown, and then some stuff fell on thorny ground that Yahweh Shah mentioned, and some grew but got choked out. That's pretty much what that parable is.
And like what I'm saying, the 2/3 not the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven. Like down here, like the surface level stuff, but the mysteries, that's deep. You got to put a whole collect to get that, man. You got to really bow your head to the prophets to really be open to get that. And most people can't do that. They looking for gimmicks. Folks, they gonna get it like IUIC, IUSPK.
That's why like the precept that Brother Bayan just brought out, because he was telling you to attain the wise counsel. A lot of people don't have wise counsel. They get stuck on the first thing they see, and they go down the rabbit hole and some bullshit.
Get lost in the sauce every time they do that.
The wayward doctor.
And even Yahweh Shai even mentioned in Matthew 24 when he said, "Broad is the gate, broad is the way that leads to destruction, narrow is the way that leads to life." There's only one way to the truth. There's only one name whereby you must be saved. Okay, and the name is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. There's no other name under heaven, quoting Acts 4:12, whereby you must be saved. So narrow is the way that leads to life. So that narrow is its truth. It's wisdom, knowledge, understanding right here, man.
And then another thing that's going to bring it to the science pass, that's why he's going to come down with great wrath, because they can get it if they, open their spirit up to it, but Esau can't. And that's what makes Esau so offended. Like, they like, oh, what you mean? We condemned and we can't get it. How Esau feel, if I can't get it, nobody can. Right. And that's going to lead to, we'll bring it out, because I've been coming for it, put it out there, man. Hey, Shalom, y'all call, repost Hunter. Shalom, Ma. This is Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time. See that? Esau know he got a short time. They see it. They see they cook, man. This devil know he cook. So now what they gonna do? That me and Kador talk about this all the time. Kador Shahan, they gonna gaslight you. Now Esau gonna gaslight you to try to throw you off your path. Like, oh no, they talking crazy, man. They think they're gonna be some Dragon Ball Z characters. You believe that? They'll throw you off. So if your spirit ain't strong, they'll pull you back into the world to where you ain't gonna get no salvation.
And just to elaborate on that point even further, Yahweh Shai even warned the disciples. He said, "Take heed that no man deceive you." And that's right there. And then only elect is gonna take heed. But 2/3, they're gonna fall by the snares and trap of these devils, man.
So Esau gonna come down with great wrath because the word done went out that he doesn't get salvation. They're like their forefathers Esau. They up here crying, literally crying, because they can't get no salvation. Kingdom of heaven is not for them. They ain't been told that. They've been told to speak, baby, Jesus love everybody. So when they find out that truth, imagine how Edomite feel. It probably hurt them to their heart. And that's gonna lead to that great wrath, because he's gonna be so hurt. He gonna go grab that AR-15 or whatever gun he got, and he gonna try to unlock as many shakes he can see, because he can't get salvation.
And that's why I call him the spirit of Cain, because if you go back to that story of Cain and Abel, Cain was sacrifice was rejected, while Abel's sacrifice was accepted. And then what did he do to his buck? He got mad at his buck because his sacrifice was accepted. Instead of looking upon himself and see why his sacrifice wasn't accepted, he just took it out on Abel.
They jealousy and envy ate him up.
Yep. And that's exactly how these devils gonna come at us.
Yep. Esau up right now, man. Like what? They look at all the blessings that Yahshua got. Like we age real good, real innovative, real creative, very resilient, make it through anything.
Make babies without even trying, like you say.
Hey.
These devils, they barely even got kids, man. Like name a time when you see a so-called white family that have like 10 kids.
Very rare.
Very rare.
Very, very rare.
But you see that all the time in the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American shit.
Especially in the hood. Especially in the hood. Goddamn, you got 8 of them?
Hey, you got 7?
Shit. Very big family, man.
You 50, you still making babies?
God. Hey, that's happening. You're right, man. That's happening. Yeah, you sure right on that job. Like, they still having kids all the way in their, advanced age. Like, that's the trial. Hey, they could be depressed. Like, I got a pregnant.
With testimony, I used to talk to this chick back in the day in high school. And my daddy was 79 years old.
Yeah. Like Dr. Stevie. Yep. He had one dog. He had one older too. I think he was 79 when he had one. And see, that brings validity, because a lot of people like, how did Abraham have a baby at 99 years old? Like, it's possible. They was getting great food back then. And Doc TV showed you can grow your food right, get on your, eat right. You get a baby at an old age too, so it's possible. So now Esau's being discredited. That's another thing why they're gonna be mad. This dude got pseudoscience. Said all his stuff is getting debunked. And everything he said was a lie is true. Everything he said was true was a lie. So his whole narrative is getting destroyed right now. And everybody looking at Esau like, man, really, you're really dumb.
What's killing Esau right now too is the fact that he's always looked at as a peaceful good guy. Now he's been found out that he's like second at what is that? Sirach 12 is in place. People are finding out that they have an enemy, and they pointed at Esau like, "You my enemy." And Esau don't know what to do right now, so he over here crying, gaslighting, and crashing out because hey, he like everybody found out. Hey, you that man, and we need to stay away from that red man.
God, ruining the environment. People mad about the C-19, a lot of bunch of interest in that. That was Esau's plot plan, one of his devices. So now, like, it's gonna be hard to do that again. Because you already ran it before. Now everybody like, man, you the damn, because they've been doing evil so much. Now it's making people start to look at history of slavery. People start looking at the lynching, start to find out they put it on postcards and stuff. Like now, like I said, man, Dora Chappelle said all the time, the big inquisition on Esau right now. And the Lord said that he would do that at the latter days.
I heard they're gonna back y'all up. This is Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 15. And it says, woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that putteth not bottle to him, and maketh him drunken also. Which goes into the philosophies of America. And that thou mayest look on their nakedness. Thou art filled for shame, like thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful viewing shall be on thy glory.
Ooh, I love that shameful viewing on thy glory, because that's what's happening at a high clip right now, man. And then that precept also brought to mind what we said earlier. When it said, get that bottle to your neighbor, make you drunk, that's why the other nations don't want to deal about on the Great America. They're like, bro, my country going downhill, God adopted your stuff. I took that point A from you, now look up all harlots. Boy, you should smack the mess out of our women. I wouldn't was covered up. Now they wearing yoga pants and making OnlyFans, and you know what I'm saying? The food is bad, the women is all polluted. They like, what did this happen? They're dealing with a bird.
Hey. And it's so crazy because we were just talking about how man-made GMOs and stuff like that. The women is so bad that they got man-made, breast, BBL.
They GMOs. Yeah. You got GMO women. Fake faces. Her hair is artificial.
Hey,
eyelashes.
You know it's bad when we got to question whether that woman is a real woman nowadays.
That's a sign too, man. Let you know to be past something you want. You gotta put an inquisition on something new to even know what it is.
Hey, to the rock, and I seen a real woman who had a deep voice, but she had made a funny video, but it was true. You know how it made it true for every joke. And she was like, I'm tired of all the trends. It's like, because every time I walk around, you got a man over there asking my crazy. That woman keeps going in on the damn trades, man. Because of how she is, and he's really low key going in on the devil because he allowed this shit to take place in America.
Oh, that's signs of the time.
Yeah.
That's that they didn't let all that outfit get run so long. They done ran it so long to where you don't even know what you're really dealing with.
Man,
all they can be
water dedicated to that.
Yeah, that's they going to get scriptures, man. Letting a man be a woman be a man, everything all flip flop. It's all mixed up, that's Babylonian. That's Babel.
I remember when you said that you brought that up too. A woman being a man, like you got literally women that want to be men and they do some type of surgery and get their breath taken out or some shit. And basically, oh man, like, oh man,
they do hormone therapy. They change, the genetic makeup of their body, and it don't even work. They just turn into a mutant. You already get halfway, So now you poisoned you defiled yourself.
And it's crazy because they still get pregnant. And then when you look at the picture, you look at a baby picture, you look like You know, because you know Esau, how wicked Esau is. They'll put up a picture and they say, see, men can't really get pregnant, but really it's a trans woman who fucking got pregnant. I mean, yeah, basically a real woman who changed herself to a man and really got pregnant. And they put that on the picture and just to show the whole world like our surgery work. We can get, you know, men can get pregnant too if it goes wide. Pharmaceutical, pseudo science.
Lie. Which is a blatant lie.
Right.
That's why everybody's looking down on Esau right now because he's the problem on earth. He pushed all these things, man. Because he's in rulership like who's that? Joe Donald 24.
Yep. When it said the earth is given into the hands of the wicked, he covered the faces of the judges there. It's not where who? That's why I asked that question. If they not the wicked, then who is? Why we got all this shit going on? We got to know the world situation. You got all these people dying from the food. Why we got all this shit going on if they not the wicked?
This is 2nd Ezra 6, and I'm gonna start at 18. It says, behold, the day is come that I will begin to draw nigh and visit them that dwell upon the earth. It says, and I will begin to make inquisition of them, what they be that have hurt unjustly with the unrighteousness and with the affliction of Zion shall be fulfilled. He's talking about Esau. The Lord about to visit this place, man. That's why, hey, you're seeing these signs and these things happening right now, and everybody's pointing the finger at Esau.
And I love that part when he said the affliction of Zion shall be fulfilled, meaning that the curses, how about me outside, get ready to lift the curses up off of Zion. Y'all should honor. So about Negro not in next time. So yeah, we gonna get that salvation. That's why it said the affliction of Zion shall be lifted up. That's a beautiful thing. That's why we call Allah Yahweh all of these things are going on. We give praise to Yahweh for destroying this place. The Lord got America, aka Babylon the Great, in the chokehold. Remember, Akbar just mentioned earlier, the Canada got wildfire going on, and then down south you got Venezuela going on. That's a chokehold, because that all of that shit get ready to hit America in a minute. The Lord got America in the chokehold, man.
I'm about to get to what's really going to be the death blow to Babylon the Great America. And Esau hit the power structure, this right here, this Revelation 11:14. The second woe was past, and behold, the third woe coming quickly. And today I was listening, all I was hearing was stuff about the war, man. The war is going bad. Babylon the Great is losing the war. They trying to get out the war, can't get out of it. You know, that's the Lord right there. Then they talking about UK told they people to get supplies. They think they're going to get hit by Russia.
And wasn't that precept? I would put hooks in their jaws.
Hooks.
Yeah, the Lord is bringing them forth. Yeah, you can't back out of this. Man.
So that's that third. And that third one is the destruction of Babylon the Great. That's when ICBM missiles will get launched off, man. We just see Lebanon. Lebanon just got hit with a pocket nuke, man. Not too long ago, man. Lebanon is burning. That's biblical prophecy. Lebanon on fire. Because the Israelis who are using our name, our likeness, are trying to do big time land grabs, man, at the end, because they know they finished, they cooked. And that scripture right there. Oh, a lot of people are starting to turn against the Israelis. That's biblical prophecy coming to pass. Man, everybody like, man, you ain't the real people. You Jewish. I'm like, oh no, you got Edomites saying that? You in trouble. And they talking about they don't want any candidate to get AIPAC money. They're not voting for them no more. So now the money system has been found out. I mean, they've been doing that for years and years. I'm looking at Esau like, you did not figure that out? You look dumb devil. The Israelis been running this place over here using the money and buying out politicians. Now the lower class dumb Edomite red belly done figured it out. So now it's you're harder for politicians to do what they do, because now they're gonna look at your records. You get AIPAC money, they say they ain't dealing with you. So now it's like now the Israelis, which are Amalekites, they have to figure out another way to trick the people. Oh, matter of fact, another prophecy that passed. I put in the group chat. Y'all see BD got booed in his own court?
I seen. I didn't even look at it yet.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you what happened. Yeah, BB was in his own little Congress. You know how BB gives his little talks, and they booed his butt out of there. They told him, get up out of here, man. You messing everything up for us, man. They booed. Hey, he couldn't even talk. He came in there, showed his face, and they booed him out, and he had to walk out.
He You get one word out.
One word out. Look, they about to start throwing tomatoes at or throwing eggs. They boom. And they supposed to be with him.
Yeah.
That was his parliament talking about like, hey man, you done messed up, man. We not with you. So not only is Donald Trump unpopular, Bibi is unpopular as well. Because I think only the small group is benefit and the lower people are not benefit. And they like, cause they want to get out the war too. Trying to figure out they not all together. The Lord done divided up the Israelis. They like, hey man, we done what you do.
Divided against itself. Divided against itself.
And it was like it boosts my spirit to see that devil look so uncomfortable. Because I ain't seen Bibi look like that. Usually he looked like he got it going on. He came in there, he looked in it. And then he wanted to, they wouldn't even let him talk. They bang, they act like a bunch of animals. They supposed to have their suits on and be sitting down there and all, you know, they were there banging shit, acting crazy. You see, I might do a lesson on y'all.
I'm busy. Hey, wait, as you explaining this story, I'm over here picturing a bad comedian getting shit thrown at him.
That's
a bad joke.
Yeah, they like, man, you out of here. They banging stuff. They wouldn't even let dude talk. At least in the clip I was watching, and Tommy came in and then he left out. And he looked very distraught because he's not used to dealing with that. He used to everybody like, oh shit, what you gonna do next?
Right. I bet he turned red in the pot there.
Yeah, what you gonna do next, Brain? What we doing today? Same thing we do every day, Pinky.
Right.
Take over the world. Now they're like, hey, we about done with you, dude. Like, we ain't got that. They look, he done messed their future up.
Right.
He done exposed them. Cause you got Babylonian Edomites. Oh, going off the what Eve said, Candace Owens. I think she the one showed them. They watch her. They all like, you not real people. You are not that. We're not doing that. We want America first. And that's why Donald Trump loses support. They're like, man, you support them Israelis. You're not supporting us. You told us America first, but you do what Bibi tell you to do. And they want the war to stop. And like I said, we were telling them like this war ain't gonna stop. It's up. It's up and it's stuck, man. It's not about to stop. It's gonna escalate.
That third war has to come.
And it's coming. We see it coming, man. All the countries. I heard Turkey about to jump in too. I heard Turkey is about to leave NATO and jump in the fight and join Iran and China and Russia coalition. And Turkey has a very strong military. So I'm looking at Babylon Great like, hey man, your problems is piling up, homie. You struggling with Iran. Now you might have to fight Turkey and Russia and China. That's an L. God, and Europe. NATO is gonna turn on Babylon the Great. Once they lose NATO, it's a wrap. That's their biggest, strongest allies right there is NATO. And NATO right now is not happy with Babylon the Great. Them leaders over there talking big noise to Donald Trump.
That prime minister that
Italy.
That prime minister of Italy. That, they said that Donald Trump was making what lying basically saying that she wanted to take a picture of me.
Yeah, little back game fail. Yeah, I ain't fuck with your big nasty butt. I don't want no picture with you.
Right.
Yeah, Matt game fella, man. Donald Trump don't realize like, bro, you 80 and man, you ain't got it like that no more. Nobody want to mess with your big giant orange looking whale butt. This help got money. Yeah, she's not Melania. She ain't one of these little island girls. This is a prime minister of a country. They got money.
She got control.
Yeah, she's like, nobody wants you.
Got more power than you funky devil.
Yeah, we struggling because you in this war. Why are you at war with Iran? Let's talk about that. I'm not worried about no damn picture. How about you fix your military? How about that? Get up out of there. Because, like, it ain't just Babylon Great hurt. Europe is hurting too about this war. They hurting the worst.
That's why that precept the Lord said, well, everybody going to turn on and burn her with fire. That's coming. That's right around the corner.
I got to preach that over similar to that one too, because I thought you were going to mention this one. This is Obadiah chapter 1, verse 6. And it said, how are the things of Esau turned out? How are his things taught up? All men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in them.
So that confederate with thee had deceived thee, man. That goes with the Sarah there. NATO, they not fooling with Babylon Great no more. Africa has liberated themselves. They said they ain't fooling with Babylon Great no more.
They even kick out France, because France was part of NATO.
Right. Yeah. Then you got who was that I'm about to say? China.
Right.
China only deals with America based on trade. Once that stuff is over with, China and American military is not together. And China's already licking their chops like, oh yeah, we sure gonna fight y'all, man. You know, as soon as we get our last little dollars, as soon as you ain't a cash cow no more, and they got all kinds of drones. So it's on and cracking. Then you already know Russia, North Korea and Russia been wanting to get in Babylon the Great. You know, they looking at China like, just tell me when.
Especially Kim Jong-un, they don't just be over there salivating and shoot off his rocket.
God.
They call his rocket man.
God. Man, he can't wait to pop some ICBMs over here. It's like the scripture said it, and then you can see it in the world. And we're telling y'all start to act together. You don't want to be here when the ICBM missiles get launched, man. You got to get up in the chariot. And the chariot ain't going to pick up no Israelite that don't even know how about you shot. You don't know the names. You ain't got no works, no faith. You ain't getting picked up. Lord don't know you.
It goes back to the precept of the brother Bayan quoted earlier, where he said, "On the one name on the heaven where you might be saved, and if you don't know that name, hey, how you gonna expect to get on the chair?" That's like going into like, you know, we got a secret club, and you go up to it and knock on the door, and they're like, "What's the password?" And you say some bullshit, and oh yeah, it's jingle bells. Nah, that ain't the password. You stuck out.
And that's how you know. And you got, and just because you know the name, if you're not of the elect, you're not gonna be saved either. Because you got some people that know the name, but the Lord got a list of who He want to be saved. So going based on that knowledge, you might knock on that door, and you say the name is Yahweh Shai. You'll be like, "What's your name?" You say, "Your name ain't on it.
It ain't on the list."
Yeah. You ain't got no work.
Right.
You ain't putting no work. Lord don't know you. There's a lot of people that are ear hustle. Like I said, they're ear hustle, get it, but then they life, they didn't have no walk. They didn't walk like a whole elect. Trick Satan put on their core like the elect. You know, and be diligent in it. As we telling y'all brothers, you can act together, man. They think, I didn't think the name, and they live on wicked get a life, and then never come back put in no work for the Lord. Lord ain't with that, man. Lord not nobody to connect.
Yeah, you got big time leaders of Israelite families who knows the names and choose to call other names too. So they know the names, and whenever our hands break loose or they get sick, they can say the name. But like whenever like in regular day, they say Most High in Christ bless instead of that, man. So just because you know the name doesn't really mean you're gonna get in.
They're gonna be just like those individuals. But Yahweh Shai even said it. Was that pretty Luke paraphrasing with that? Lord, Lord, have I not prophesied in your name? He said he gonna say, "Depart from me, but I never knew." That's exactly what he's gonna say, and that's exactly what that rejection is gonna be like when the Lord put whoever is in charge. Whenever you try to enter into that chariot, and there's gonna be a list of names. No, that's how it's gonna be. No, you know, this going off of what we know through the spirit of power of Yahweh.
You gotta have faith. If you got faith, you got work. That's a lot of people know the name, but they got no work. That's because they really don't believe. It's just a hype thing, a bad thing. Oh, wow. It's entertainment. See, be talking about, stuff that I like, but they not really serious about it, not sincere. You got a lot of Israelites who's not sincere, man.
A lot of Israelites in this thing that is like to see Esau get cut up. Somebody preaching for contention and strife. Hey, yo, brother, stop fucking with that Edomite devil. They want to hear that instead of get the full truth.
That's why Yahweh Shai said it best, man. I think it's Matthew 15 chapter, which you were quoting Isaiah, which is Isaiah 29:13, where he said, that these people draw near me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. And that's exactly who these people are, man. Those who know the name of the Lord, but their heart is still far from them, meaning that they're not a doer of the word, man.
It's about to be a penalty for that. Right? It's like you tell them to repent and know the Lord, because in a minute, the Lord about to open up that wrath. You better out here, bullshit, man. You're gonna be partakers of that. Like Clay.
Yeah, like Noah's Ark. The Lord closed their doors. The Lord's about to once that 12th hour hit, then the Lord about to, hey, whoever's in the house is in the house. And then the Lord about to close it up.
We ain't gonna battle too long, man. Like Brent, I almost happened with what happened with me was happened with you, Bayan. It took me like weird stuff, man. I couldn't upload a lesson one time. It kept saying waiting on network, failure to load. So let me know, like, this word ain't not gonna be out here available like it is now. So this is the time to really get it in and get all you can get. They're about to close this up. They just made it illegal to preach the Bible in Canada. So that's another sign right there. That's family of the word.
Yeah, that's it. I'm going to see that thing, and then just like you said earlier, all of these things is happening simultaneously. The upwards of the people, that's happening. The weather is bad to where you can't live in it, that's happening. Then you got the family of the word, that's all, and that's why I said the Lord got it in the chokehold. Because they got something similar to that there in South America. They got the mark of the beast system going on over there in South America. In Venezuela, they got one of the digital dollars, they got their own digital dollars going on over there.
All right. World War III happening at the same time. All this going on at one time, man. That's why a lot of people that ain't got their spirit built up is in a psychological frozen state. They don't know what to do. They're like, man, this is going on. This is what's going on. So they do is bury their head in the sand and hope it all pass over, and it's not gonna pass over. When it do, shit, Batman Great ain't gonna be here no more. Them mother's gonna be on fire, burning, and desolate.
And just like the scripture said, ain't gonna be a place. The only thing that's gonna be over here is desert creatures that can inhabit it. That's the truth. I can't wait for that. This place is a hell.
Basically, that's exactly what this is.
It's coming soon, man. So tell y'all travelers like jack together. I hate when they tell me this gonna happen like way in the future and push it far off. And I'm like, bro, there's too much stuff happening right now.
All the digital, the data center, that Jake we talked about the camp last time.
Yeah, one of them. There's been a lot of them. They all do that. I know the 2/3. They all like try to push it back and say it ain't happening. And I'm like, I'll start bringing up stuff like this happening, and unprecedented stuff. America's not using pennies anymore. That should like make you like, hold up, man, something happened. Something going on. Why all of a sudden you don't want to use pennies? Why is America struggling to fight Iran? Well, hold up, what's up with that? Then they talk about they're gonna do a draft in December. These devils came out and said we're gonna do a military draft, and then gave a date. Like we looking for it in December. So that lets you know the war is turning up now. Come December, they probably lost a lot of troops. And they're going to recruit to get new ones, go over there and die. Because that's what they're doing now. They ain't reporting it. A lot of U.S. military troops are dying right now. Iran is straight smashing out U.S. military bases daily right now. And they dying by the boatload, and they ain't saying that they want to cause no panic.
That's why we telling you disturbing right there, man. Because you on one hand you got Donald Trump. That's why we tell you these devils, they speak for the fourth tongue. Donald Trump is saying that we're winning this war, but on the flip side, they're sending more troops over there. Make that make sense. If you're winning a war, then you're gonna withdraw your troops, not bring more troops over there.
All right. Then you got they'll say, 5 American U.S. troops died. And really, if you look into another dude man, it wasn't no 5, it was more like 200.
Yeah, right.
So they're unreporting the numbers that they're losing. And like I said, they losing bodies every day. And that's why we told you that was the joint Esau Edom's military. You're gonna go over there and get your death. And then climax of that is U.S. military is gonna fight Yahweh Shah. That's why they have a space force. And that's gonna really be some death, man. Yahweh Shah can speak some words and fire just come up and light up everybody on the field at that time. A train could come out, shoot out one laser and take out all the Esau military, that whole faction. Just like that.
Sink the whole battlefield and had the earth swallow.
God.
He done that in the scriptures before the people. So.
God, just like that. With all these major earthquakes, that is not, a far-out thing to say. Lord is sinking stuff right now.
If you one of them towns that's near a body of water, he can tune and send that tsunami right then and there, like he done before in them hurricanes.
Burn for the most part. The Lord is going to burn a lot of y'all, zap y'all with lasers. Man, that's going to be our death for joining their military,
like that movie Mars Attack,
fighting against your power.
Turning them straight dust, man. And we've been telling y'all, the Lord about to open up, man. You about to visit this place soon. That was talking about MOTV. We got Elon Musk and Neuralink. He's doing that right now. He ran a lot of human trials now. A lot of people put that thing in their body.
Somebody just beat him. China. Yeah. China just beat him with the little brain chip.
Yeah,
already up and running work.
And Bill Gates had the nerve to say that there's gonna come a time where Luke's paraphrasing because Elder Yasuamu just did a lesson on that. Bill Gates came out and said that those who are not complying with the system is not going to be partaking. He came out and said this recently.
That's the scriptures talking about. The cross pass. That's what's that? Revelation chapter 14.
Yep.
Or 13.
Yeah, 13.
Those that will not get the mark
yep.
shall be unalive, shall be killed. You know, so you got a main billionaire devil telling the public that he been telling. I remember he told the public like it's overpopulated.
Yeah,
and we use a good job using that juice to get the population down. You look up C19. That was the 11 plot from Bill Gates, man, to try to cut the numbers of y'all strong. They didn't. I don't think it worked the way they wanted it to. We still out here plentiful. They like, God dang, get the truck.
He did. He cut off his own people. That's what he did. He cut out majority of his own people.
That's how you know another major event is about to come real soon. Like you could just feel it. Like it's about to break right now. Something about to happen. Because they didn't do a good enough job with that C19. Now they're gonna have to put a whole new skirt tactic out for you to get that MOTV.
All right, man. It's gonna cause a dollar collapse. It's gonna be all out war. UN troops over here, Gerber troops, ICE, real prevalent. ICE is still alive people. They're gonna turn it up, and public fights back. And you ICE to fight the public. That's the civil war, man. When you got ICE agents and the public, American citizens fighting each other, civil war.
They was talking about merging the U.S. troops with the Iranian troops. I mean, not the Iranian troops, the Israeli troops.
Yeah.
They know like Jake. They know they making it real.
They're gonna come over here and commit a lot of. They already crossed over here for me. And we be trying to tell y'all, Australia, to get in this truth. They're gonna be partakers in that, man. They still over here lying, my bills is paid. You know what I'm saying? Keep you down the block, still gonna come over, give me some box. It's all good. I got a blunt in the ashtray. I'm good. I don't want to hear what you think you got to say.
It's gonna be to their death. The Lord said, wisdom, understanding, and knowledge shall be distributed at that time. And if you don't know this truth, then the wisdom of the truth, yeah, you through. The Lord said, seek the Lord while he may be found. Call upon him while he's near. And a lot of people are taking this chance while he's near and while he can be found to lollygag around. Keisha, we talked about some drafts and what's going on in the NFL and NBA, and instead of coming into this truth when all hell is breaking loose around them, shit.
Second Ezra chapter 9 and verse 9, and it said, then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall do well in torment. For such as in their life have received benefit and have not known me, and they that have loathed my law while they had yet liberty, and when as yet a place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it. The same must know it after death by pain.
Death by pain, that's that nuclear fire, man. And that chariot fire. The Lord, hey, that nuclear fire ain't no joke. The Lord said, hey, he gonna melt you, man. Hey, what did it say? Your eyes will consume the way out of your the hole in your head, your tongue out of your mouth, loosely paraphrase. Right. Hey, that's a horrible way to die. That second death ain't no joke. That's something you don't want to feel.
And then we can't forget that the Lord also said that He's gonna start with the house of Israel. You read 1 Peter 4:17. But He's gonna start on among the nation of Israel. So He's gonna go through the nation of Israel, do a clean house. And that's why it says 2/3 of the nation of Israel shall be cut off and die. But the third shall be left therein. That's the third, that's the remnant that's gonna be left therein. Okay? And so, and then Peter, even 1 Peter 4:18, it mentioned that if the righteous shall scarcely be saved, where should the sinner and the ungodly appear? And then literally, and that answers that question. They're gonna appear in that lake of fire, man. And even before the lake of fire, they're gonna appear in the wrath of Esau's hand. Esau is talking about white man. They're gonna appear in all the judgment that how about y'all got set up.
Right here, man. I'm gonna end off this right here. It's Ecclesiastes 7 and 8. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. And the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit. So we've been in good spirit because we're at the end of Esau, Edom's kingdom. We're at the end of wickedness, man. We were at the beginning of righteousness, not the end. So that's the great thing. That's something that boosts your spirit, Yashua. That we're at the end. You know, I say, man, put your best foot forward, repent, pray, call on the name of the Lord, and really lock in these last days because we're about to go into a righteous kingdom. Make sure your calling the election is short. How do you do that? Having the faith and doing the work. That's the things that keep you in the spirit. That being said, y'all brothers. Okay. With that being said, we're edifying. We give our praise glory to Power by Hashem. Shout by Shirah Dash.
Kwam Yasharala Bob. Shalom.
Hey, Kwam Yasharala, baby, man. Y'all stay locked in because y'all